Hi YouTube, Sticky Plasters here. I'm better. Thank you so much for how many of you have asked, the messages you sent, the emails you've sent. I'm feeling much better. For those of you that haven't watched my last two videos, just a quick update. I was due to be banded on the 28th of December, and because I was quite unwell last week, that has now been postponed. So it was a bit of a bummer last week, not too good. Wasn't feeling well, surgery got cancelled. But today was the first day in probably since that whole thing happened about 10 days ago that I have felt well, been able to breathe well for a while now, but I feel better in myself. I feel like my energy levels are coming back. I'm not quite so tired, and I'm generally getting back to Vicky, so feeling much better. I have a new surgery date. My new surgery date is Friday the 11th of February, so that's good news. It's about 6 weeks away, and that's fine. I think, I don't know. I don't know whether I believe in fate or destiny or anything, really. But the 28th of December would have been great. But there were two main reasons that the 28th of December was great. One of which was that I got £1,000 off for having the surgery in December. And the other one was that it was a really quiet and useful time for work purposes. And those are two good reasons, but perhaps not as much about me as they should be. So the good news is I have managed to keep my deal financially, so I have still got my surgery at the reduced rate, despite the fact that I'm having it done in February. So that's really good of the company that are doing it. And you know what, at work, we'll manage, because I'm going to have the surgery done on a Friday now. It means I have 2 recovery days that are going to be the weekend, so it shouldn't impact a whole working week, and hopefully a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be able to do, I'll be able to do from home. So it will be fine. I'm learning patience, I think. I've always been quite, as I get my mind set on something, I want to do it yesterday, whether that's a crazy new hair colour or a diet or whatever. And I think I'm really getting my head around the fact that, you know what, another 6 weeks really doesn't matter when I'm looking at the rest of my life. I've been overweight for over 20 years. This is not going to be a quick fix. This is going to take a long time, and 6 weeks doesn't really matter. And take advantage of it. And that is what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and take advantage of that 6 weeks. So at the moment, I'm all about preparation. I think the biggest part of the preparation is probably mental. I think that having this extra time, it's allowing me to have a fairly comfortable Christmas. I'm not going to go crazy. I did manage to lose some weight last week when I was on the pre-op diet, and I don't want to put that back on. So I'm finding that I'm quite comfortably making better choices. I'm not enforcing them on myself, because I'm not on the pre-op diet now. I don't need to be until sort of the end of January again. But I found that switch from complete pigging out, because I went crazy the week before post-op. I mean, I had every takeaway and donut and chocolate bar known to man. Scoffed a lot. So when the pre-op diet started, it was harsh. I had a carbohydrate crash, I had a sugar crash, it was hard. And I think I set myself up for that. And then I was really ill. Whether the two are related, I don't know. But so I'm going to use this time to try and slowly and gradually make some better choices. I'm not going to be an angel. I'm not stupid enough to think that I'm going to do that. But just slowly making better choices to try and prepare myself for that operation before the 2 weeks pre-op diet, and then rock and roll. So while that is going on, I've got a few things to show you. I have been picking up bits and pieces for a couple of weeks now, but especially in the last few days I've picked up a few practical tools to help me with my Lapband tool once it's there to help me along my way. I'm quite a practical, organised person. I try to be. I feel good when I'm organised, when I have a list, when everything's tidy and in its place, and I really like that feeling. So I think we all have to try and work with the existing tools that we have in ourselves to help us along the way. And I feel better when I'm prepared. So, bits and pieces to show you. I'm really sorry if this is dull, but I love it when other people show videos of the bits and pieces that they use, like Banded Wendy's recent video showing us the inside of her fridge. I love it. People showing me what they're cooking, showing me the little plates that they use and stuff. I love all that, so I'm going to do it for you. So I'll quickly zoom through them all. I got myself a water bottle here. If you can see that. I got the blue one because I thought, you know, blue would make the water look refreshing and I'd want to drink it, but does it look a little bit like a baby bottle, or is that me? So I probably look a bit daft when I'm drinking out of it, but you know, I don't care. And this is something that I've tried to carry on since sort of the end of the pre-op diet, for the operation that never happened. I'm still taking this with me because when I'm not in diet mode, I just don't drink water. And actually, I really should. So, water bottle here. I love boxes, Tupperware boxes, trinket boxes. Sad, I know. So, this is very exciting for me, purchasing new Tupperware. My favourite one today, I took this one. I don't know how big that looks in the camera. It's only little. It's a 140ml Kiplock storage container, and this locks it really tight. I took some nuts and fruit, which I measured out to work with me today in this. Again, just a small choice, just a slightly better choice. So I got this one. I'm going to try and invest in some American cup measuring spoons because so many of the recipes and so much of the information out there is from the US, and it's not a measurement that we use in the UK. And I think it would be really handy to have those cup measurers, so I'm going to get some of those. So I got that one. I got this little one. See, in my mind, this is about a cup, but is that about a cup? I don't know. You know what? I'll find out when I get my little measuring spoons. But and a couple of others. These just look tiny to me right now. A 300ml and a 450ml storage pot is here. For those of you out there that are post-op, you're probably thinking, they're huge. That's far too much to eat. And yet, you know, the me of now, the me of recent past, would not have even bought those pots because I think, well, they're hardly any good for any kind of portion of anything, so what's the point in getting them? I bought a little plate. I bought a couple of these little plates. I looked at children's plates, but I kind of wanted like a china plate, not china, but you know, ceramic type thing. So this is. Now again, I don't know how big that looks on the camera, but obviously, you know, this band here makes the plate look quite big, but the sort of food area is a bit in the middle. But just as an indication of what kind of portion change this would be for me, this is the plate I'm getting. This is the current plate. Can you see that? That plate is huge, isn't it? Now, that is bigger than most dinner plates. I didn't buy these came with my partner when we moved in together. That massive brown square plate, if I were to tell you that I hadn't filled that up and eaten a lot, I'd be lying. I guess that's probably about 4 to 5 times more than I will be eating after the Lapband. So that's just crazy. And you can see, looking at a plate like that, how quickly you can get into trouble when you can just keep going. So moving on, I bought a journal. I think recording this is going to be really important for me. Keeping a track of what I'm eating, the calories, the protein. Most people out there that I've watched that are having success with this are making the recording and the tracking of this part of their everyday habit, part of their routine. And I think that's going to be quite important for me. I'm not good at self-editing with food, clearly. I'm not good at judging portions, so I will have to weigh and measure. And I think, you know, a log and a journal of what you're doing would be really useful in terms of what was a successful week, what wasn't so successful, looking back and seeing if you can find why. So I was just going to get a regular pad, but instead I got this. Look at this. It's beautiful. I love it. It's like a little treasure. It's a really beautiful pad. Has a magnetic strip right here. And we have lined pages in here. And it's even got a little pouch here for putting in little notes and things. But it's just handbag size. So it's about making this special for me and making me want to do it. And I think I love books, I love them, and I love stationery. So this is very exciting for me. Sad as that may seem. So my last thing to show you, I was really excited about. Most of this stuff, in fact, all of this stuff I got from Sainsbury's, by the way. Won't mean anything probably to you guys in the US, but in the UK, Sainsbury's. The little book I just showed you was from a paper chase that was next to the Sainsbury's in where I live. So finally we have this unexpected little gem that I found in the same place. The Little Black Book of Smoothies. My goodness, what a treat. 98 scrumptious, nutritious smoothie recipes for every season and every occasion. So they have everything in here. High protein, high energy, winter warmers. It explains what different fruits and vegetables bring to the smoothie, what vitamins and minerals and antioxidants they're bringing. What an absolute genius find just before what will be a 2-week liquid diet after the op. And I think really useful after then too, you know, who's to say you can't have a nice breakfast smoothie on a regular basis forever. So I'm really excited about that. I guess really the kind of theme for me at the moment is planning and preparation. I want to take advantage of the time that I've got to get myself physically, practically and mentally as prepared as possible for that Lapband surgery. I'm really sorry, my washing machine has just gone into the spin cycle behind me, so I'm really hoping that's not too loud. And I think maybe those 6 weeks are going to be really useful to do that. So over the next week or so, I'm going to be looking at my goals. I use SMART quite a lot at work, so my goals, I want them to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and timely. And that's how I'm going to go about it. I want to make some SMART goals for myself, realistic goals, achievable goals for 2011. Big year for me, 2011. The year of me. 2010 has been hard, really hard. And I know that 2011 is going to be hard too, but hopefully in a different way. Hopefully in a positive, moving forward kind of way. 2010 was about trying to get through the past as much as anything else. And I'm ready to move forward now. So I'm going to shut up before this video goes on for 25 minutes. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I'll speak to you between Christmas and New Year. and tell you what my goals are.